Hi, I'm Dr. Rose with the Counselor Edge, and I'm here to talk about the elephant in the therapy room. You became a counselor because you care. You're good at it. You lean in, you listen, you hold space. But here's the uncomfortable truth. That same capacity for care can also get you into trouble. When your own attachment style sneaks into session, when empathy turns into sympathy, when your humanity blurs the lines, boundaries start to wobble. And no matter how much we love our clients, wobbly boundaries can become ethical violations fast. That's why we created Bound to Care, a 3-hour NBCC-approved continuing education course that gets real about the intersection of attachment, empathy, and ethics. It's practical, it's a little snarky, and it's built to help you keep showing up for your clients without losing yourself or your license in the process. Here's where it starts. Attachment. We all have it. You may know your style in romantic relationships, but have you ever considered how it plays out with clients? Anxious attachment might leave you worrying about your clients after hours, checking your inbox too often, or wanting to give them just a little extra. Avoidant attachment might make you pull away when a client gets too close. Secure attachment, well, that's the dream, but most of us are still working on it. Now here's the kicker. Your attachment style influences whether you're more likely to stay in empathy or slide into sympathy. Empathy keeps you grounded. It says, I see your pain. I can hold it with you, and I trust you to do the work. Sympathy, on the other hand, gets sneaky. Sympathy says, I feel bad for you, so let me rescue you, fix you, or overextend myself so I feel better. And that's where risk starts. Sympathy-driven decisions like giving clients your personal number, extending sessions indefinitely, or checking in outside the therapeutic frame don't just blur lines. They can harm clients by undermining their autonomy. And they can harm you by putting your ethics and your career at risk. When sympathy runs the show, you stop trusting the process and start trying to control outcomes. That's not therapy. That's overreach. Clients may feel pitied, dependent, or even confused about where the professional relationship ends and personal caring begins. And when those lines blur, it's not just emotionally messy, it's ethically messy. This course will help you recognize when your empathy is fueling client growth and when your sympathy is pushing you toward ethical quicksand. Because the truth is, it doesn't take one big mistake to get into trouble. It takes a dozen little sympathy-driven choices that add up over time. So how do we keep ourselves grounded? In Bound to Care, I walk you through 3 modules. Module 1 helps you recognize how attachment styles, yours and your clients, shape boundary risks. You'll use our attachment style quiz to spot your red flags. Module 2 digs into empathy versus sympathy. You'll practice with 3 client vignettes where you get to observe real dialogue and reflect on your responses using the Empathy versus Sympathy worksheet and the Empathy Strategy Guide. Module 3 takes on the hardest part, termination. We explore how to navigate healthy goodbyes, handle unplanned endings, and process your own feelings without crossing lines. You'll get tools like the termination session checklist and the emotional attachment management plan. Practical downloads you can start using right away. This isn't fluff. It's not death by PowerPoint. It's real stories, interactive activities, and handouts you actually want to keep in your clinical toolkit. Look, you're not a robot, you're human, and that humanity is what makes you a great counselor. But if you don't pay attention to how your attachment, empathy, and feelings show up in therapy, you can unintentionally harm the very clients you're trying to help. Bound to Care is your chance to face that honestly, sharpen your awareness, and build practices that keep you and your work solid. The course is 3 NBCC approved continuing education hours available now for $14.99. You can purchase it individually or grab it as part of our 2026 licensure renewal package launching January 1st of 2026. You'll find this course along with all of our trainings at the Counselor Edge Teachable page. That's where we keep it real, practical, evidence-based, and a little irreverent, because you don't need another boring CE course. You need tools that match the messy human side of therapy. So head over, check it out, and let's make sure your care never crosses the line.